Imagine this: you're watching a show, or movie that is truly, wow, amazing, mind blowing, breathtaking at most, at how visually and cool it looks. You think, wow, I'm connected to all these characters and themes. For millions of people around the world, that is what anime is. Anime should be recognized as a true art form of media because of its rich storytelling, its themes, its visual design, and its cultural depth that you cannot find anywhere else, pretty much. To tell us understand where I'm coming from, we should take a look at the history of anime and the cultural depth it releases and how big it's gone over the years. Anime, if you guys don't know already, originally came from Japan from the 19th century as hair drawing animation, almost like how like Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes started here in America, but then it transferred to a global house phenomenon. How big it's gotten. Despite this, people still see anime and cartoons as the same thing. People get anime mixed up with something like SpongeBob, for example. Pretty much, which is pretty much ignoring anime's true values of its storytelling, its visuals, and its writing. The three main pillars of what makes anime so special and so unique compared to everything else in the world. Unlike cartoons here, where cartoons there's not too many well-known adult cartoons, anime has something for everyone, for all ages to enjoy, young and old, from its themes, real-life connections, and its storytelling, which gravitates to people to watch these shows. My first argument is anime shows artistic visuals mastery through its visuals. This is a key example of why anime is so popular, why people love anime. This is how I got into anime. Shows like Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! These shows I watched as a kid were so visually stunning and so pure compared to anything else that was airing during those times. I would gravitate to those shows and cartoons because of how the visuals speak to me and how labeled the characters are. My example is how characters in anime are heavily stylized with their hair and their features through its design and the way the writing makes it so connections to people. This proves how powerful and expressive anime is to us humans, us fans of the anime, like such a unique visual way that you cannot find anywhere else. Outside of its visuals, anime is also known for its rich storytelling. Its storytelling explores mature adult themes in such a unique and different way that you cannot find anywhere else. Anime's writing connections to us humans, college students, kids, middle class. Everybody can relate to anime. Even old people can relate to anime. There's something for everyone in anime. My example for this argument is how these themes of comics for anime, such as identity, technology, are such huge themes in anime. For example, Sailor Moon has so many LGBT representation through its characters. Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune are pretty much icons in those spectrum. Even some of the villains in Sailor Moon fit that mold to the LGBTQ community. There's something for every. LGBT community is heavily emphasized in Sailor Moon. It's such a huge representation in it, I feel like, it helps spawn a huge global phenomenon. It was kind of ahead of its time, pretty much, since this Sailor Moon came out back in the 90s, where these things were not commonly referred to as they are now, pretty much. Along with global power, anime has strength, worldwide global appeal. Anime especially become a huge global, worldwide phenomenon, and that people across the nation and generations know. Even your great grandma might know what anime is, even though she might never watched a Sailor Moon before. One example is how it's shows like Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, and Attack on Titan are very well-known cultural phenomena outside Japan that people know just based off a name, even though they may not never watch a single episode. This shows this type of reachment is so amazing that even people who may not never watched these shows before, you just know who they are based on the name. For example, Goku was in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, one of the big anime icons of it, or maybe just icons in general in our generation, was in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade last year. This goes to show how big Goku is in the world. He can even revive like someone like SpongeBob, like Bugs Bunny, run for their money, pretty much. Despite all this recognition and fame, people still like to get the two mixed anime cultures to mix up. Anime people, argument like people like how anime is just kid stuff. It's just cartoons. While yes, it's true that anime can be watched by kids. There's obviously merchandise made for kids, toys made for kids, but anime has much more than that. Much more adult themes, like in Neon Genesis, for example, explores much more adult nature and themes and Ghost in the Shell, the content that you can't find anywhere else. It's even anime that's strictly for adults too, that should not be watched for children too. That truly is many different genres and themes within anime that you can't find anywhere else. Another argument people like to make is how anime lacks the realism of like a live action show or movie. That is wrong because art is much more than just humans on the screen. Art should be more than art should be representing visuals, storytelling, writing, more than just humans on a screen, pretty much. That helps define. That's much more than real. That is true art, pretty much. Overall, anime should be viewed as a real art through its depth, its emotional storytelling, and its tradition and its form that it can be revive like a live action movie or show. By acknowledging anime as a true art form, we must think about we should truly dedicate to the animes who work so hard in these shows to make these things come to life, pretty much, and how it makes anime so popular and it's massive that it makes you go, wow, it's such a global icon throughout the world. So the next time you watch a show, a movie, or especially an anime, look back and think about, wow, that's really relatable. Wow, that's really connected. Because a lot of anime try to incorporate these things that us humans can really connect to as human beings. It's almost just like we're not just watching a cartoon, pretty much. We're watching appreciation of modern art, pretty much like the new wave of cartoons, pretty much. Anime is almost taking over, I feel like. And then make sure next time watching stuff like that, make sure you think about the mature themes and the connections you make throughout what you're watching.